Hi everybody, my name is Jessie Lane Lee and I'm a holistic nutritionist. Today I am super excited to be here to show you how to make my Moringa granola bars. These bars are so energizing, perfect for a picnic or just a quick snack on the go. And of course the star ingredient is Nutritum Canada's Moringa powder. Woo, love it. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some oats, these are rolled oats, not quick oats, and stick them in a food processor. I'm not going to blend them into a flour because I like having the texture, but I want to blend them a little bit so that the bars come together really nicely. So we're just going to pulse them. It's loud. No, a little bit more. I like to see it a little bit half flour, half oats. All right, that looks fantastic. So I'm just gonna empty this into my dry bowl. You can kind of see that texture there, exactly what I'm looking for. Still nice chunks of oats, but also a little bit of powdery stuff too that will help keep the granola bars together. So now that we can use the blender again, we're gonna add the ingredient that's gonna let these bars stick together, which is medjool dates. I strongly recommend medjool dates for this because they're big and juicy. Now they have a pit inside, so you just go ahead and open them up and remove the little pit. You don't want that in your granola bars because it's quite tough. So I'll dump that one in. I've already removed the pits from these ones. And our other wet ingredients, we're gonna add water just to make sure it blends really nicely. And the nut butter of your choice. Today I have almond butter. Tahini is also awesome. Peanut butter if you like that peanut butter flavor. Just really any nut butter you like. Just go for something natural that's not sweetened because the dates give this recipe enough sweetness for sure. And then vanilla is the last one, about 1 tablespoon, or teaspoon, not tablespoon. I like to eyeball it. Okay, once those are in there, we're going to blend. And now this one goes a little bit crazy when you blend it, so you gotta hold your blender down a little bit, but let's do it. So eventually this will start to come together and you'll see almost like a ball rotating around your blender. That's when it's looking pretty close, but I always like to give it one more little scrape down because we want to make sure that this is incorporated. So with this date pasty mixture we're creating, it's okay if it's a little bit chunky. It doesn't have to be a perfect smooth paste because the texture of the chewy dates is so nice in these bars. So let's do it one more time. Get ready for some noise. Perfect. Okay, so we'll leave that. We'll go back to our dry ingredients. So we have our oats here. We're also going to be adding chia seeds. These are a really great source of fiber and healthy fats. So we got to get those in there. Cinnamon, because it's delicious and it's also great at stabilizing your blood sugar. And then I have my little texture packet here. We have coconut, which is really nice for texture, also a great source of fiber. And that fiber is so important in this recipe because it slows the release of the sugars from the dates into your bloodstream for a nice sustained energy. So you don't get any spikes followed by slumps. I'm also adding raw cacao nibs because I love them. They add a really nice crunch, just like raw chunky chocolate. If you prefer chocolate chips, you can add those. And sunflower seeds. Normally I'd have raw sunflower seeds and add some salt to this recipe. Today I've got roasted salted ones, so I'm not gonna add salt to the recipe. But if you're using unsalted seeds, definitely add a little bit of salt. And then we're adding our key ingredient, which is the Moringa powder. It is beautiful green, full of antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin A, iron, calcium. It really makes these bars special. So I'm going to take my spoon here and mix up these dry ingredients really well before we add the dates. And you can see that gorgeous moringa color coming through. Now if you've never tasted moringa before, some say it tastes almost nutty, like a matcha. I think it has that flavor, but also a little bit of fresh greenness, almost like a wheatgrass. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Now we're going to add our date pasty mixture. I'm gonna use the spatula for this one because I want to get it all in there because it's so good. This is what is going to hold this recipe together. And this recipe is vegan. You'll notice we didn't add eggs or anything. So let's throw that in there. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So good. I want to get every little last piece. There we go. And then we gotta mix it. And this is the hard part because it is really sticky and a little bit hard to mix. You can use a spoon, but I like to get in there with my fingers. So it takes a while. I like to coat kind of my date clump with the mixture and then push it down and then coat it again, flip it over and push it down and just keep on going until it incorporates. And it will incorporate. It doesn't seem like it will, but I promise you it will. In the process, your hands are going to get covered in date chunks, so you got to keep on kind of wiping them down. This is something that can be really fun to do with your kids if they like to get their hands in there. It's very tactile and tactile, whatever that word is. So it's really fun, and you're just going to keep on mixing. Now it does take some time. You can use it as like a meditation process to really chill you out and just keep on mixing until you get that smooth, maybe not smooth, but uniform mixture. So I'm just gonna keep going here. If you're finding that your hands are getting a little bit too sticky, you can always rinse them off and keep going. I tend to just keep going and wipe them off as I go. And you can see that beautiful moringa color, the green is really coming through in my green Hulk fingers. Oh my goodness. It's hard not to lick them, but I know other people are going to eat these bars, so I probably shouldn't lick them. Whoops, there, we lost a lot there. So I'm just going to keep on mixing here, enjoying these textures in my fingers and the messiness of it all. But we're getting really close. There's only a little bit of powder left at the bottom. And in the process, I'm making a mess all over my countertop. Oh my goodness, I'm losing so much here. So once you've kind of got it totally mixed, it will come together in a nice ball. And you'll notice that there's no powder at the bottom. So I still have a bit of powder. I'm gonna pick it up, sprinkle it on top, and then smoosh it into this mixture so we can get it all. All right, so now that you've got a nice uniform ball of raw granola bar mixture, get as much off your fingers as you can, and then go wash your hands. So my hands are clean and no longer hulky, and I'm gonna start pressing these into the pan. So I have an 8x8 baking dish, that's what I like to use. And I'm just gonna take this lovely chunky mixture and throw it in. Now I don't wanna get my hands totally dirty again, so I have a little bowl here of water to keep them nice and damp. If they're damp, it won't get as sticky. So I'm gonna get the last little bit in here, and then really simply just press it into this pan. Now, if you had a fancy like miniature rolling pin, you could totally use that. It's a great time to break it out. If not, just use your fingers and try to get it as even as possible. If it's super uneven, then it's not gonna cook evenly, so you'll have kind of overcooked ends and like raw centers. And you don't have to worry too much about it being raw because there's no eggs or anything. It's a vegan recipe, but it's still nice to have it cooked uniformly. I also find that when I do it with my fingers, it leaves little indents, so it shows people that there's some love in these granola bars. Okay, this is looking really good. I have one little divot here. And once you have it in your 8x8 dish, then it's time to bake. So I have my oven preheated to 350, and I'm gonna put it in there for 20 minutes until the edges are nice and golden. So you can see it's nice and smooth here, and I'm gonna stick it in the oven. And enjoy the smells. Oh my gosh, guys, it smells so good in here. I can't wait to take these granola bars out. So it's been about 20 minutes and they are looking so good. I've got beautiful golden edges. Oh my gosh. So what I'm gonna do is, normally I let them cool, but I really want to dig into these. So I'm gonna very carefully take them out. Hopefully not burn myself. Good. And then I'm gonna cut them into 8. I do 8 because that way each bar has about 1 serving of moringa powder. So I'm gonna cut it across the center and then in half, and then cut those in half as well. Oh, they're so soft and gooey, I love it. And there you go, it's so simple. I gotta try it. I'm gonna take a bite. Chewy, sweet, pretty hot. And a really nice flavor from the moringa. The raw cacao gives it that crunch. Really good. I took too big a bite. So if you want to eat these right away, you can store them in the fridge. If you want, you could store half in the fridge and the other half in the freezer. They'll last for a couple months in there. Again, these bars are super energizing because of the moringa. They're full of vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, calcium, and really great for a picnic or a quick snack on the go. Bye guys!